Hey guys, Atomic Jake here. Welcome back to another video. And before we get into the video, I just want to let you guys know this is my very first official video with my brand new mic, which means I'm not using my stupid headset, so hopefully the sound quality is so much better. Basically, I also want to let you guys know that my channel is smaller, and I would like to try to get to 2,500 subscribers. The more people who see my channel, the more lore, the more people, basically the more knowledge people can have of the Fallout universe, so that's always great. And yeah, so make sure to like and subscribe. Your support really helps my channel. And yeah, let's get on to the video. So, I want to discuss Season 2 of Fallout, because the first episode just came out, and I am so excited. It was amazing, but there's some things I want to talk about because there's a lot of confusing things that obviously a lot of people are talking about. So, one of the things I want to talk about is, of course, Mr. House. Apparently there's two of them, and it doesn't really make sense. So basically, we all thought that Mr. House was recasted, which makes sense because this new actor looks more like Mr. House. It just does, and he sounds more like Mr. House. The last one didn't look like him really. It didn't sound like him. So this new actor looked like him, but apparently not. I don't know. It's very confusing. So, for one of the confusing things about it is obviously we're talking about episode 1 and then the trailer because they show very different things. So in episode 1, we see the actor from season 1 in season 2, and it's a totally different clip, so they're not reusing like old footage. And then you see the other Mr. House, the new Mr. House that we thought the new guy was Mr. House, which is really weird. So what is going on? So I got several theories, probably similar to what most people have, but I don't know. So the first one, most simple explanation, is that it's a body double. I don't really believe this, and I'll let you know why. It's because, I mean, for such a rich guy, like such a he's the most richest person in the US, right? You would think people would know what he looks like. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's like, oh, he's looks like him and he has like a jacket on and a hat or anything. No, he's just up front. And the thing is that if, like, let's say Elon Musk, for example, if he had a body double, I feel like most people would know because everyone knows what he looks like. You know what I mean? People must have seen him throughout his life. It's not like he had this body double like his whole life. You know what I mean? So I just don't believe that. But it feels like that's the best explanation. And another explanation is that this other Mr. House, a new one, is the brother of Robert House. And I don't really believe this either because, yes, he kind of goes a little bit crazy and kills people in this first episode with the chips. But it feels like technology more Mr. House would have. You know, the only thing his brother did was have H&H tools. He's not smart enough to make some kind of chip, you know what I mean, to, brainwash people or whatever it was doing. So I just don't believe this. I really don't. And another thing is, we see him in the trailer. We see him in Lucky 38, not only as a normal human, but later on in Apocalypse, you see him as the screen. Like the screen that you see Mr. House as. So if this is the fake Mr. House, why is it showing his face on the screen instead of the previous actor? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. So I feel like that leans more into the body double thing, but I just don't believe either. So I don't know. I think it's only something that we're going to see later on. Another thing is the blimp. This is huge. There was an airship in pre-war times, and we knew this. We know airships were in pre-war times, but this one looks just like the prydwen. This doesn't make sense. For one, the prydwen we all know was designed by the Brotherhood. It took them about 2 to 3 years and then later was built using the parts of the Enclave base crawler. If the prydwen is pre-war plans, in one way it makes sense because the Brotherhood never really makes their own technology. They just use pre-war and improve upon it. For example, T-60, they made their own T-60 later on in the Fallout TV show. You can see they used the T-60 and improved it by adding jetpacks, by adding, voice modulators to change the voice, adding like the thing that makes them like the helmet face like go up, like a lot of things, right? So they improve on technology. So making an airship and improving on it from a pre-war design makes a lot of sense. But if you're using pre-war plans, why the heck did it take them 2 to 3 years to design it? You know what I mean? Maybe you can make the excuse, okay, well, they grabbed pre-war plans of the blimp and they had to take 2 3 years to redesign it using the parts that they had, because obviously they don't have the manufacturing capabilities of pre-war. So they're like, we have so many resources, we're using the base crawler, we need to redesign this to fit those resources. Again, I don't see that taking 2 3 years, but what do I know? I don't make airships, so maybe I don't have knowledge on it, but I still think that's a little bit weird. So I don't really like this. I would like this to be explained, but I just don't see it being explained. It feels like they just threw in the airship, be like, oh, look, airships in pre-war. But it just screws up the entire thing. And I know the Brotherhood has multiple airships in Season 2, but again, it being pre-war design completely screws up everything. So I don't really like that. So, yeah, that's just going to stop talking about that. Another thing is, of course, the Vault 24. There's a new vault, apparently, within New Vegas. This is Vault 24, and apparently this was cut content. Apparently this was supposed to be in New Vegas, but it just was never added. So I'm a little bit less upset about that, because I'm like, we only have so many vaults, and it feels like, what the heck? So there's just vaults in New Vegas now that we just haven't seen. But I'm okay with it a little bit more because this was cut content. And the experiment's okay, I guess. It reminds me of that camp from the Shenandoah DLC for Fallout 76, where they grabbed a camp and they were basically like use the screen to hypnotize the kids into being communists. And that feels like that's basically what Vault 24 was. But I don't know. They don't really go much into it, but it's pretty cool. Overall, another thing, Novak, they made it so it has a pool now. That's okay. But the settlement's destroyed. There's no more people living in there, but let's be honest, it's Bethesda and they hate settlements, so I'm not really surprised another settlement was destroyed. But another thing, the Great Khans are alive. That's kind of weird. It doesn't sound weird, but let's be honest, when you're playing New Vegas, the Great Khans are on their last legs. Like, they're struggling. The only way they can survive was joining Caesar or Kaiser, but we all know if they did join Kaiser, they would lose their identity of, like, the faction that they are. But that was realistically, like, the only way they could survive was the Kaiser. But the thing is nope, they seem to be chilling. They seem to be still up and running, which is really weird after, like, 30 years, 20 years. So, yeah, overall, there's a lot of things going on, but so far, that's all I wanted to talk about for Season 2 with Episode 1 so far. There's some really great stuff in there, and yeah, I just want to let you guys know again, like and subscribe, and I'll probably make more videos on this season and some of the things going on in it with the lore. So, yeah, bye.